Starting the stream. Stream everywhere. There's my microphone. Alright. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and lads, and welcome to another painting stream. Let's go! Tuesday! Just like every week. There was one thing that I wanted to do before the stream, right? And that is pin a message of my own. Because, when I set up the stream, for some reason, it wouldn't allow me to set ads to manual. So usually I'd make monetization on, but put the ads to manual so the ads are only in the VOD and not, you know, during the live stream. Because, honest to God, I couldn't think of anything more annoying than that. But this time, it wouldn't allow me to do that setting. I restarted the YouTube studio, I restarted my PC, and that's why we are also starting a little bit late today. So, I'm really wondering if you guys are getting ads or no. Because, you know, the default is that you shouldn't be. I think I did that once in one of my very early streams, where I set ads to, you know, automatic, and allowed YouTube to show ads during the live stream. Not because I thought it was a good idea, but because people told me, like, oh yeah, that's completely normal. As a Twitch viewer, you know, it's completely normal to get served ads all the time. I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, I think it's kind of, you know... Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that, but if that's like normal culture, sure. Wouldn't mind the extra buck or two. But yeah, people immediately started complaining. I was like, yeah, okay, no, this is shit, so... yeah. Selecting the painting stream. Today, we are going to paint a bunch of zombies. From the Cursed City. Yeah, these guys come from the Cursed City, from the lovely little town of Ulfenwatch. In my opinion, it's one of the best zombie like designs that I've seen so far. You know, it is because it is the classic zombie, but it also has like this nice little gravestone up top, and you know, them coming in all sorts of, you know, shapes and sizes definitely doesn't hurt. You know, so. The zombies of the Ulfenwatch, the zombies of Ulfenkarn, the zombies of Ulfenkarn represent one of my oldest speed painting guides of all time. Back when I hadn't even figured out how to set up the camera properly. So the setup, but not the individual settings. So that's why the footage is rather bad. But yeah, I think the speed painting guide in and of itself was quite alright, if I may say so myself. Holds up quite well. Though, you know, looking back at it, a single zombie still takes around like an hour to paint, which is kind of insane. Now I got all of my stuff down to like single digit, like, no, not single digits, but like 15 minutes. So nowadays I'd feel embarrassed to put out a speed painting guide that still takes an hour. But back then I didn't even do it maliciously or out of like trying to advertise, like fraudulent advertising. But simply because for me, an hour per miniature was actually insanely fast. I didn't mind spending entire evenings on like a single spearman from the High Elves. Which of course now I couldn't do. You know, different times. With 14 you have a little more free time to spare. And yeah, let's just start on this little guy with one of the nicer colors that I chose for this paint job. And if I remember correctly, that should be XV88, yes. Alright, I hope you guys are having a good start into your week. And yeah, that everything else is running smoothly as well. This week, like these couple of days, are surely interesting in terms of streaming. Because not only did we stream on Sunday, so 2 days ago, but we will also stream one more time either Friday or Saturday. So I usually, you know, I say that quite a lot. Like a couple of times I've said already, like, oh, I'll see you guys next week, and then, or like later this week, and then I couldn't come due to, you know, unfortunate circumstances. But this week it's actually kind of unavoidable, because there's going to be another Warhammer preview, more Warhammer reveals, and of course I want to check them out and discuss them together with Theinrich. We usually start off very enthusiastically before our mood starts to turn sour for whatever reason. Sometimes it's the reveals themselves, sometimes it's, you know, Games Workshop's habit of revealing like only one thing and the rest being more like just rumors and vague pointers towards new releases, which, you know, after an hour and a half really turns the sours any mood, in my opinion at least. And yeah, but you know, sometimes we were also like really charitable. I'm pretty sure like the last. So, would you please stand? Thank you. One of the latter streams that we did was very cool. Like, not necessarily the stream itself, but like the topics we discussed. We were so hyped. I remember that very well. My gosh. I had a very kind of annoying day, you know? I did do a lot of like chores and homework in a sense. Most of which I did do not out of my own choosing, but because, you know, we just needed to do it. I not only vacuumed the entire flat, I also mopped it, and I found, you know, I fully, now that I'm finding my first steps of success as a streamer, I'm fully Asman maxing it. Because when one of my pictures fell from the wall, one of my nude sketches that I hung up there, it revealed quite a lot of, you know, black mold. Not too bad, like not like crazy dark mold, but definitely some spots there that I had to immediately take care of. And, you know, roaming through the flat, I found even more spots of that nasty stuff, so I had to really, you know, get out the big guns to take care of that. All the while being blasted with construction noise, because all the balconies of the apartments around me, so my apartment doesn't have a balcony, but the apartments around me do. All the balconies are getting renovated. And my god, did I underestimate the noise that the construction tools would make. You know? I'm very happy that they do it. I think, you know, I'd never necessarily talk smack about construction workers as they are actually doing, like, you know, proper jobs. But, very important jobs as well. But my god, it was not a good time to stay indoors for long. And then I had to push my bike all the way 2 towns over, because the tire was flat. And like probably flat, it popped. Like with a loud bang and everything. And I had to give that into the repair shop and say, hey man, could you please take care of that? I'm sighing because it took so long. I was like gone for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. Just pushing my bike one direction and then walking back the other. Could have taken the bus, but I figured after all of that noise indoors, a walk wouldn't do me no harm. The colors that I'm using right now are not necessarily, you know, speed painting guide accurate, but I made this speed painting with a lot of different colors for these people because I specifically wanted you guys to be able to, you know, see that this guide works with any color that you choose. So whatever colors you want to choose for your miniatures, as long as the undercoat is white. That's still quite important, but as long as that is the case, you should be golden. For now, we're just going to paint the clothes. Hang on, except for this one, because one dress I do want to leave just plain white. This dress looks quite nice. I think this dress was one of the red ones, if I remember correctly. It's been so long. One of the reasons why we're also painting the zombies from Warhammer Quest City right now is because all of these chores took so long. After which I, of course, still had to do, you know, regular uni work as well, and some stuff for my diploma, and so on. That I didn't really have time to prepare a thumbnail. I wasn't even really sure what I wanted to paint, except for these, instead of these zombies. But I was like, okay, I don't have time to prepare a thumbnail anyways, but I remembered that a couple of, already months ago, I prepared a thumbnail already for a zombie stream. Because I think I once, wanted to paint some zombies and then either decided against it because, I don't know, I figured it was too much work. Because again, these guys still maybe take around an hour to finish. Hopefully I can do this quicker now. Maybe not every step that I, describe in the speed painting guide is actually necessary. But I don't know. And, but yeah. I shelved that idea basically, but then I remembered, oh yeah, the thumbnail is ready. Let's just do that today. Everything would have worked out if it wasn't for YouTube screwing around with my settings. Because again, I see that a couple of people are joining and then I think leaving rather quickly. Which could, be for any number of reasons. But what I'm wondering is if you guys are getting, served ads in the middle of the stream, and that YouTube just took over, took agency away from me to manage that. Because again, the ad situation is crazy. The Spicy Meatball 757 says, I'm not getting ads. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Spicy Meatball. Alright, thank you. That makes me very glad. Also, hi, it's June. Oh, really? I'm just on my brother's computer right now. Ah, right, okay. Hi, June. Right. How's it going? How's the painting going? Making good progress or taking a break? Because the latter should also not be underestimated. Sometimes one does need to take a break from painting to keep up the spirit. Do I paint it? Yeah, okay, come on. So far so good. I have 2 Space Marines that are really well coated. I just need to get the details done, and that part feels a bit intimidating, lol. Ooh. What details are you talking about? Like weathering or edge highlighting? Or are you talking about like actual details like in the sculpt? For example, their eyes and and pouches and stuff. I mean, all of that is quite intimidating. I myself am always shying away from weathering. Or usually I am. So... But yeah. Details are also quite big with these guys that we are painting today. I actually thought about painting a Space Marine today. Highlighting. The gun needs work because I haven't touched it. Purity sealed slow. Alright, I plan on freehanding on the pauldrons a little. Holy shit, so from a bit of everything. However, one of the two Marines' pauldron won't be hard. It'll just be a white circle. Hey man, don't underestimate that. Loving the confidence though. Just keep on painting. Hell yeah. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I think for the purity seals... Oh, you probably mean the writing as well, don't you? Because I want to say, like, the purity like picking out the purity seals is, you know, not as bad as you might think. But yeah, the writing might be a bit hard. Fair, I'll rephrase. The pauldron shouldn't be hard. Yeah. Nah, you'll do it. You'll do a good job. For sure. One would be surprised how, like, when I started freehanding, I was quite surprised at how well I was doing. For, like, my first banner, like the Skaven banner. Do I have that somewhere here? No. Of course, I did pick up a thing or two for nowadays paint shops, but yeah. But yeah. When you say the purity sealed, you do mean the writing as well, right? I keep seeing them and being like, I do need to finish this to bring how different my first model painting is to this. Oh yeah, please do. I was just about to ask for more photos. But yeah, no stress, man. Do your thing and then we'll have a look afterwards. Right. Again, I wanted to paint a Space Marine myself today. I do have a Captain and Phobos armor. As well as the Leviathan Marines and also a shit ton of Horus Heresy Marines. Couldn't decide which one to paint, and the Phobos Marine I still kinda wanna save up for a video. So I held off on that for now. The writing in general color and whatnot, they feel hard, but I'm sure it won't be too bad once I get it done. Oh yeah, sure. The purity seal itself, like nailing the colors and everything, that really is, you know, only half as bad. What is always tricky and, you know, really separates the, let's just say, acolyte from the master. Not that I consider myself to be one, because my writing looks shit. But, you know, the writing definitely separates the grains. There is a neat trick, though. If you have, like, a very small ballpoint ink pen, like a fine liner or something, you can actually, like, draw little squiggles with the tip of that pen instead of your brush. Which, you know, can really save you a lot of hassle. Or help you avoid the hassle in the first place. Have a ton of really nice pens? Bingo! Then go for that. I actually do! Oh my gosh, what a coincidence! I actually once painted a miniature with nothing but pens. Let's go, here he is. Hell yeah. Completely painted, just, you know, primed white. And then with some, I don't remember the brand, but it's like some regular, like, these anime colors. Anime colored pens. And that was such a fun project, and it was my worst performing video of all time so far. An orc for the orc / Inktober. I tried to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. That still looks super dope. Were they acrylic pens? Not quite sure. I think it was... Oh, it was Copic markers. Now I remember. It was Copic markers. I'm not sure if they're acrylic or alcohol based. I now need to look up the video and watch it. I'm not even sure, man. It was after one of my other big projects. I'll pick it out for you. Hang on. It was after one of my other really big projects that I did, and I haven't even done a video about that at the moment because I set the ladder too high. But yeah. I'm pretty sure I even missed October with that one because I got sick. I got like really sick. Oh, maybe it's actually not the worst performing one anymore. Huh. Amateur. I'll look after that later. I've worked with Copic before? Well, then you know the drill. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. It's fun. Let's say the project itself was quite fun. It was very fun experimenting with it. But back in the day, like it was... Like, I remember that project specifically being one hell of a lot of work. I don't remember if it was because I was literally, like, deathly ill. Like, in the truest meaning of the word. Or, if I was, like... if it was, like, particularly hard. I don't remember those details anymore. But yeah. That video definitely left a bad taste in my mouth. But yeah, I should check that out in a bit. Oh yeah, sure, do. Though, you know, it definitely has aged. I'm pretty sure it has aged quite a bit. Oh, sorry. Didn't even want to paint you. I wanted to paint you. What color? Oh, pink, right? I gave her a pink dress. Because I am a sexist who believes that women need to wear pink. I love the idea of combining art types like that, though. Yeah. Honestly, I don't see it often. That could be a market of content to tap into if you enjoyed the process. Maybe I'll do that again, but then more refined. I did want to try out painting with like oil paints only, for example. So that would definitely be another avenue I'd like to try. That's actually a good point of yours. But there's unfortunately so much other stuff. I really hope that Slow 2x2s is coming around later. Because I'd really like to unbox the Industra that we ordered during the Miniature of the Decade review. That's a weird color though. Is that... Oh, that's way too close to the red, hang on. I'll take like a dark burgundy. Screamer pink? Oh no. It's already fields dried up. Oh no, it's not, okay. But still. Still no Screamer pink. Serious purple. Yeah, sure. If you were gonna do more videos like that, it could be interesting to see you paint a mini how you normally would, and then show the process of using a different way to paint it. Then people can see what benefits there are and what downsides there are, just using the normal paints we all use, though. I mean, that definitely is a good idea, with like even some, you know, worth to the learning effect. I don't know how to say it in English. Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, I'm currently really tight. What I'd really like to do, that idea came up today in my head, was another like streaming marathon. So either, for example, painting the entire Age of Darkness Horus Heresy box set, basically in 1 week, or doing another subathon. Because I am actually currently only like 90 subs away from 4,000 subs. And that would be a very, very like nice vanity goal to reach before the end of the year. Good evening, Vietnam, says Matt from Pressburg. Hell yeah. Good evening. How are you doing, Matt? But yeah, so I'll either do like a streaming marathon again, or you know, just like a big project. Maybe even Cursed City, but I think, I don't know. Don't want to bust out the old Cursed City every single time. And I'd like to have like one Age of Darkness box. I have both starter sets for Age of Darkness, and I haven't finished both. I've barely painted just 20 Space Marines so far, in total. So yeah, there's definitely a lot that still needs to be done. Because in a couple of weeks, I actually do have somewhat of a free time for like 14 days, which I can't wait to get to. Problem is though that there's also a lot of other shit that I need to do. Always the time, man. Maybe if I had like 1 week more? I need to really check if maybe before Christmas I do have 1 more week. Or at least a week where I can take more time for streaming. Matt says, finally came home from work and this surprise awaits me, so I joined. But yesterday I started a little diorama base for my Dwarven cannon with crew. So I'm looking forward to more of those. Oh, really? Nice. I just had a look at my Elven bolt thrower today, thinking of maybe I should give these guys also like more of a diorama base instead of just, you know, having only the crew on a base and then the artillery piece separated. Yeah, nice. Have fun with that. Yeah. Okay, hang on. We have it 18:33. My girlfriend should come home around 8:30, so we still have some time. Quite a bit. I want to give this guy red trousers. A lot of people paint their zombies with like all the same clothing, because they either want to have them uniform or, you know, maybe just for speed painting reasons. Both valid, but in my opinion, because these are, you know, just regular civilians, it makes the most sense for them to have, like, just also different clothing, right? And colorful clothing at that. Because this isn't Hollywood's Middle Age. This is the real life Middle Ages. Need to have a sip of my tea. More like a gulp. Alright. Another thing, you know, yesterday, or rather 2 days ago, you know, when Theinrich and I you know, finished with talking about the miniature of the decade, our personal favorite picks, and of course the actual miniatures of the decade, you know, how you guys voted as well. I actually had a look at my personal favorite third-party retailer, Kutami. And they sold a lot of these miniatures to fairly reasonable prices, at least in comparison to what, you know, GW does to us. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, you know, maybe I can get like one of these guys. Maybe I'll ask Santa for Christmas. But then at the same time I was like, damn. Like, I don't know what switch flipped. But I realized that, you know, these are probably maybe the last 12 months where I can get to proper content creation before quite possibly having to either dial it back down a whole lot or even completely to, you know, get started with a job that actually brings food on the table. So I'll think I have enough miniatures to still paint before I need to get new ones. Is Warhammer Quest part of AOS? Yes, funnily enough, it is. So, not completely, but a lot of the miniatures, for example the zombies and the Ulfenwatch, so the skeletons we painted a couple of streams ago, can be used as miniatures for regular Age of Sigmar tabletop gaming. And they even come with their own rules. So, the Cursed City box set has a complete scroll of rules for all the characters for Age of Sigmar, including point cost, alliance, shenanigans, like whatever you need to include them in your army. Which I found was like really neat. That was crazy cool when I saw that. I was like, hell yeah. Like a bunch of characters, like having a bunch of heroes in your regular army with like special unique abilities. I think that's you know, I like that a lot. And again, you know, the regular guys and stuff like Radkar's Court, I think are already included in the regular rulebook. Definitely the zombies and the Ulfenwatch are. I've barely looked at Age of Sigmar, mainly because my brother got me into the lore of 40k. But I love fantasy and feel like Age of Sigmar would something I adore. Well, you actually have, you know, if you want to go the fantasy route, you can go with either Age of Sigmar or Warhammer the Old World. Though, you know, both are serving up a quite different aesthetics on the one hand, but also very different gaming systems. So Warhammer Age of Sigmar is, you know, a lot more single character and like fluid movement and loose formation kind of game. Whereas Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer the Old World is a lot more rigid. So it's actually like proper armies facing up against one another. These armies being comprised of like proper regiments who stand in a proper formation, you know, and stuff like that. So there's definitely, you know, different game systems as well as aesthetics that you should maybe have a look into before you decide to go for one of the two. Though, you know, the miniatures knock both Age of Sigmar, both the Old World and Warhammer 40k out of the water when it comes to Age of Sigmar. Like, the Age of Sigmar miniatures are just fucking crazy. They are so goddamn good. Fair. I'm not super intrigued by the wargaming aspect. I just like the part of painting minis and writing lore. In that case, I'm not that familiar with Age of Sigmar lore. From all of that I've read, I think I enjoy Warhammer Old World lore more. That might also just be, you know, a little bit of nostalgia bias talking. But again, I think the lore of the Old World and especially Warhammer Fantasy is cooler. But again, when it comes to the miniatures, yeah, definitely go to Age of Sigmar. Age of Sigmar has some of the coolest miniatures you'll ever see for like wargaming in general. So goddamn good. Nowadays, unfortunately, they have become quite pricey. I remember when Age of Sigmar was like, felt like it was half the cost of Warhammer 40k. because it was just so ridiculously cheap in comparison. Which it was. I die on that. I die on that hill because I'm definitely feeling like it was a lot cheaper than 40k. But now they've, you know, jacked up the prices a bit more. But even then, you know, third-party retailers are of course goated, and some miniatures are actually worth even their Games Workshop price, in my opinion. Like Alariel, for example. Alariel the Everqueen. Crazy, huge and cool miniature. As well as Usharan, the miniature of the current miniature of the decade. Though the one thing I'd say with Usharan is that you don't get a lot of like mass for your buck. Which I don't know how to feel. If I'm spending a lot of money, I don't care. Like, I of course care about the details, but I also want to have a big miniature. More money equals bigger miniature. Or should equal. Alright, the basic clothing is now done. Although, not 100%, hang on. I said we were going to paint this lady's dress white, for which I'm actually using a very rare occasion on this channel. A very rare occasion on this channel. I'm actually using a Warhammer contrast paint. I hate these fucking things, but Apothecary White actually does the thing that it's advertised for. I do think Games Workshop makes some amazing minis, honestly. Well, it sucks it's expensive. They make very quality minis pretty consistently. Yeah. And it's not only quality of the design, but it's also great quality of the sculpts. Like the way that they're molded and, you know, are, you know, the way they get to you, like on the sprue and everything. It's very high quality. Yeah, I think so too. You know, there are industry leaders, for example, like Lego, who jack up the price, don't have the greatest designs, and not the highest quality. But in Games Workshop's case, they actually deserve to be the industry leader and, you know, are kinda justified in the prices they're asking for. Yeah, buying a box is just guaranteed. This mini is going to look good and the details are gonna be crisp. Yes. I've never ever been disappointed with a Games Workshop mini. Though I've heard that there are definitely, you know, some bad apples, like the Orc Gargant, I think, or like Mecha Gargant or something. Or the big Stomper, I think it was. Like the biggest orc mech, basically. Though to be very fair, that set is also quite old. Tyrion says evening. Hi, man. Best greetings to the Netherlands. Alright. I gave up buying miniatures a few months ago. I keep finding better 3D printing alternatives, to be honest. Even if it's not a great match. Ah. Thanks, you're welcome. Hope you're having a great start into your week, guys. Yeah, 3D printing has definitely revolutionized the way that miniature, you know, enthusiasts go about their hobby. Which I think is very good. It gives agency and control back to the community. Which I'm a big fan of. You know, it weakens Games Workshop's monopoly a bit. And some of the sculpts that you can get with 3D printing are also insanely close to the original, like borderline illegal. Vash says, good evening! Busy with work, meetings today, but I'll keep the stream on mute. Oh damn, thank you, man. Hope everything goes smoothly. I still have a backlog of about 200 models, not buying any more. Yeah, same. I was just talking about how I wanted to get like maybe one Warhammer miniature for Christmas, but I really can't justify. Because these might actually be the last, like, 11-ish months that I'll get the chance to properly do all this. I'd love to learn to make 3D models so I could make my own little guys. Hey man, pick up Blender and do the donut, you know? That's how I learned 3D modeling. I just don't do enough to stay proficient in it, which is quite a shame. Daniel is also not too bad with it. Gassing him up right here. That's true. I mean, again, it is quite a bit. There's also a very great tutorial where you learn to make like a sword in the stone kind of situation with like a whole environment around it and everything. That's like a 3-part guide, and I think that might actually be better for a tutorial than the donut. So maybe look for that. I don't know the name of it anymore though. So hang on. What did we use for the skin? I'm guessing different. Keys of Flesh, Ushepti Bone, and Administratum Grey. Oh no, Administratum Grey, okay. Yeah. I could easily look at a lot of videos, I think I just gotta find the time to do it. Yeah, that's very true. Not only do you need to find the time once, because you need to actually find it a couple of times. Because if you do it just like once a month, like, it's gonna be tough to, again, stay proficient in it. I think the learning curve with Blender is quite big, because there are so many great, amazing tutorials that you can do. Even just like a couple of like the small 2-minute ones, which just show you like neat tricks and clicks. But what do I want to say? But yeah, you need to do it like maybe once a week or something. And that's tough, don't get me wrong. When should we discuss the sketch or the painting of my Dwarven Force? Oh yeah, hang on, what was that again? Something is ringing in the back of my mind. What was that about again? And should we discuss the sketch or the painting for my Dwarven Force? There was something... This is not the first time we're talking about this. The Mountain Gate. The Mountain Gate. Tune says, guys, a little question. What do you think is gonna be revealed in the preview on Saturday, Friday? Great question, Tune. Hell yeah. I think they're definitely going to talk about Darkwater. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Though I don't think it'll be released this year. I'd be like, that would be another surprise if they do that. Because that would be hella quick. But yeah, Matt. Sorry, I completely forgot what we did talk about there. Gotta freshen up my memory there. The cliff with the gate or battlements and the mountains as the background for my display board. Oh, did we talk about it like as like a some sort of like paper theater, or did we talk about it like digital art wise? It has just completely slipped my mind. Right now I don't have a lot of time to spare since I've been writing like every day or so. Gotta get back on my Warhammer short story, but Minerva's been calling my name. I mean, very much the same. Gotta, you know, write my diploma. Didn't write today because of all the goddamn construction noise! Goddamn, dude. Because, like, there's... I'm going to actually show you the face cam. There's, like... So, this is my apartment. This is my apartment. And there is a flat here, 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 and here. And they all have balconies. And they all are getting restored at the same time. So I hear a, you know, jackhammer go up there, 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 and there. And because I'm an unemployed loser, aka an art student, I'm home all day. It drove me nuts. God damn, I had to fulfill some chores today, which is why I even stayed in the first place. But once they were like halfway done, I was like, alright, I'm going to do my city, like the stuff that I need to get to the city now. Because holy shit. That's fine. No, it's like, Matt, I'm serious. I don't completely remember. Maybe you can, oops. Maybe you can tell me what stream that was in, because then I can rewatch it to get back up to speed. And Tune hops for Grand Cathay. Also very interesting. Yeah, sure. I'm trying to remember what Grand Cathay is still lacking. I think they'll maybe get like a character model. Maybe we'll get Miao Ying's brother. What's his name again? Jiao Ming, I think. Like, that would definitely be a character that's still missing from the Cathay range. But as far as like infantry units go, or like army units in general, I think... Oh, there's actually a bigger version of the Sky Lantern. That would also be a big deal, if that got revealed. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of stuff that, you know, possibly could be there in for you, yeah. That would be so sick. Hell yeah. Another dragon character, I'd never heard anybody. But as far as their roster goes, I think that's so far, like you are already eating quite good with Grand Cafe. In the wise words of Zuko from Urta, that's rough, buddy. Yeah, it really is rough though. God dang. Definitely doesn't help that I wanna, you know, put out a video every day. I couldn't hear myself think when editing today, so if the quality of the next shorts is a bit lacking, we know the culprit. It was the stream where you painted on tablet PC the background for Warcry. Oh, that makes sense. Alright. Well, that's easy to look up then. Alright. It's also not that long of a stream as well. I'll look that back up and get back to you on that. I heard somebody saying that there will come like 10 boxes in the next year. 10 boxes? That's ominous, that's vague. I've heard that there is like a leak that's been shown that Games Workshop might be experimenting with their new style of play for Warhammer 40k. Like more, I didn't remember what it was called. I think battle group boxes or battlement boxes or something. I think it was battle group though. Which honestly is just a fancy word for, hey, here is a spearhead but bigger. Would be quite surprised if they do that though. At least I'd be surprised if they release that so quickly, simply because they just released the proper spearhead boxes for all the different Space Marine chapters. Oops. Cathay has the same battle tactics or gameplay as the Empire of Men? Not exactly, no. As a Warhammer Total War veteran, I can tell you that they differ a little bit in that it always seemed to me that Cathay actually had a little bit less flavor than the Empire of Man. Yeah, might be also just the bias of how I use them. Do you guys, by the way, does Cathay already have their Longmar Steed cavalry? Because I think that's also a thing that they're lacking so far, that they're missing, sorry. So yeah, good chance that maybe that would be in store as well. Is this also like the last Warhammer preview for this year? Could it already be? I mean, it would make sense in the last quarter, and I think they make like one every quarter. Gotta keep them sales numbers up. Their stock went up as well. For the first time in a long time today. The what? The Longmar. Longmar nuts! But no, Longmar. Longmar. Yeah, but they are much similar. They need more units, but now there's not much flavor. Even the Sky Lantern doesn't bring much to the table. It says Dwarf Flare with 30 gyrocopters. I mean, the Sky Lantern is a fucking sick model. I really like that one. It plays horribly, at least in the video game. But, you know, it looks great. It certainly looks really good. Especially for a Warhammer Fantasy model. Brings to the right dimension with it. If the Longma is a dragon, yes. Yeah, yes. The Longma is like some sort of dragon. Looks like a mix out of a dragon and a like seahorse. Yeah, okay. Then we are on the same page. I want to sit down today and like spice up the stream a little bit, like do some more options with like Streamlabs and make the chat appear proper and orderly, all that stuff. But yeah, that got cut short because again I was Asmongold maxing and finding lots of black mold in my flat. And while taking care of that, of course, the construction work began. And I was hammered out of my mind. It was like one of these things that when I got out of that apartment for the day and walked to, you know, the next town over, I realized the reason why so many big city people are always like annoyed and agitated all the time. My gosh. Because there's always construction in the big city. Especially in New York or so, I've heard. Wouldn't know it from personal experience, but I've heard New York is like always under construction. But yet again, which city isn't? I was just about to say that these couple of days, the last couple of days, I felt quite tired. But then I remembered that, yeah, I am doing a lot of stuff and staying up late and waking up at 6 o'clock. So yeah, no wonder. I wanted to actually make myself a coffee before starting the stream today. Didn't do it because I have like only enough coffee for like one more cup, and I'm saving that for my girlfriend when she goes to uni tomorrow. Durin Björnsson says, moving to the countryside in Sweden changed my whole life perspective. Slow living is an art, not having to hustle or find ways to make money even on your time off. Yeah. You really catch a break, get away from peer pressure and find out what is important for yourself? Definitely. I am a guy who I come from a small town. So I always used to complain that my town is like too big for like village life, you know, for like people meeting up in the local inn or like the local pub to have fun, but it was also like too small for the big town life. So after 6 o'clock, all the stores and like locations were closing. So there was like fucking nothing going on like at all. But now that I've been... I mean, now I live in an even smaller town, don't get me wrong. But I'm surrounded by huge ones. And, you know, when I visit them. And of course the highway is not far from here as well, so I hear that all day, every day. It makes me really appreciate my hometown. And I'm longing to go back. Oh shit. I just remembered. I will very much, I will very likely move in like the next year or year and a half. And I will move back to my home town, my home state here in Germany. And I just remembered how shit the internet connection used to be there. My god, I really hope they fix that, because otherwise I see dark times coming for these streams, holy shit. Oh, the Kilt 76 is here, saying evening. Evening, man, how are you doing? But yeah, my gosh, that realization just hit me. Bruh. Maybe I gotta get myself some Starlink internet to be able to stream then. Oh no, yeah. My hobby life is suffering, not gonna lie. No more weekly gaming meetups. I mean, you know, you trade one for the other. I'm impressed by how many people have like proper gaming meetups for like their tabletop wargaming. I don't have that like at all. I meet like people to game like once or twice a year. And it's mostly the same friend. Except for this month, by the way. This month I'll meet up with Heinrich to play Warcry. Though I definitely still need to set up the terrain for that. Goddamn. I'm good, bud. Great to hear. Very good to hear. I have it when I feel like it. Nice. I mean, that's cool, right? I kinda do too, but I only feel like it like every 6 months on average. I also dislike how now that all of the rules are digitalized, addendums and like patches can just come through like that. I don't like that at all. I'd really like my group of friends to, you know, basically get the codex and then stick to that basic version. I don't care if they do like balancing shenanigans or something. I want to buy one codex every 3 years and then play with that codex and that codex alone. I don't care what online rules say. If you only game once per year, it means you need to learn a whole new edition with it. Yes! Yes! No, you're completely right. I fucking hate that. Oh, it annoys me so much. What do you mean all my stratagems are gone? What do you mean this unit doesn't exist anymore? Bruh. As an AdMech player, I got the shit kicked out of me with like the first time playing 10th edition because nothing existed. I had nothing to work with. It was crazy. I'm definitely gonna make a video about that one because it was really crazy how I got my shit pushed in. I saw that there will come a reinforcement set that will come for Chaos Warriors. Will there be for every fantasy faction? Will there be for every faction? I don't know. I don't think so. Games Workshop is really not known for putting up multiple different like big boxes for the same system, especially not for the same faction. They really, you know, they really stopped doing that. Maybe they're going back to it? I just complained 2 days ago that... What is complaint? But I said that I would really like to see these bigger boxes again. You know? The 7th edition 40k entire chapter company. The entire company that you could buy. That was crazy cool. Wow, tries to stream in 3 days. Yes. And you know what? On Friday / Saturday, I'm not quite sure how Theinrich's timetable will work out, there will be another stream. That's 3 streams in 7 days. I've gone completely mad. I'm tripping balls now that you have subscribed to my membership, nobody, because now I'm actually getting the big bucks for doing this, for doing YouTube. So I figured, alright, now I gotta actually show up for work more than once a week. Is anybody of you, by the way, getting the shorts that I'm uploading? Because if you're wondering, like, if I do, like, more content or something, I do. I upload a short on the daily for, like, the past, like, 12 days or something. Money well spent? Hell yeah. I don't care much about the rules still. Me and my buddy, we still play only Army Project for Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and 40k we play 7th edition. I mean, that's the way to go about it, right? My friends and I have also never touched Warhammer the Old World so far. If we want to play with these miniatures, we are playing Fantasy 8th edition. He's here! He's here! Slow 2x2s is here! The man, the myth, the legend, who donated 30 bucks for me to buy a miniature. You know what, buddy? It arrived. It has come to pass that it came delivered onto my doorstep in the beak of a stork like a newborn baby. It came to me delivered like a new child into this mortar realm, and I haven't unpacked it yet because I want to do that on stream. Good thing to have you here now. We need to be off, brother? Kiss. Solid time, solid rules. Oh yeah. Something into like been seeing the shorts on my feet. Oh nice, hell yeah. Great. Do you like them too? That's the next big question. But yeah, they've actually been performing rather well. I'm quite pleased. I try to do them as high quality as possible. Though I'm a little bit red-pilled, not gonna lie. Because the one short that I stuck the most amount of effort in, the Ushuran short, which is also I think one of the longest that I put out, and again, the most time consuming for me to actually cook up, got like 83 views. Which is not enough for me to keep doing that. Shorts are great? Bingo, thank you. Sorry brother, I don't watch the shorts, I only watch real videos, I'm old school like that. Oh no, 100%, I completely understand that. But, you know, I figured that there were people like that. And that's why I want to say, like, hey, I'm actually doing, like, daily uploads now. It's just not the big, long-form videos currently. What I want to do basically is queue up enough shorts for, like, 2 months. And then finally get to the long-form videos again. Because how the current YouTube algorithm works, I kind of have to do it like that if I want to give my channel one more chance at flourishing, right? I watch the Dark Angel Terminator videos every now and then as well. Oh, hell yeah. And damn, all the way to Slovakia. But yeah, hang on. I'm considering changing the music to something more epic, but I don't want to get copyright struck midstream. Copyright struck. Alright, boys, it's time. The way YouTube seems to work, shorts reach more people and can draw more viewers to the longer video content. Yes. That's precisely how it works. Though, you know, it used to work like, no matter how infrequent you upload, if your videos are of a good enough quality, you will grow and get more of an audience. Which is still kinda true, but nowadays it seems to be even more luck-based, and the new algorithm really prefers if just the metrics are right. And just for comparison, I've been doing it for like 12 days now, roundabout, and I've quadrupled the amount of views my channel has gotten. Of course, you know, only shorts, and I do want to do more long-form video, don't get me wrong, but, you know, YouTube definitely likes that. Won't tell anyone? Don't tell me about it, I'm looking forward to go to Canada to visit Mountain Miniatures for a game of Wartime. Holy shit. It's comparative field for Warhammer content. Yeah, that too. Although, I'm not even that quite sure. But I've also, like, pretty much stopped consuming Warhammer content on YouTube because it stresses me out. You know, it reminds me to work. Every time I see Warhammer videos on my feed, I'm like, oh damn. Instead of Bing chilling, I need to work. I should be working right now. Do more content myself. Alright. Hang on. This is the box. I've learned from my mistake and not show you the side with my address on it. Alright. Here it is, Magic the Gathering. The Magic do be gathering. Tune says Magic! Oh. Yes, I don't know why, I guess they just... I like that, hang on. Facecam, yeah, okay. I feel the streams are an awesome content, catching you is just tricky. Ah, yeah, I get that too. I do want to stream more as well, it's just, you know, don't want to annoy my girlfriend too much, right? Don't you just steal the joy you get from the hobby, though? I missed it. What's in the box? Oh, we are opening it right now. I just need to look for a knife, which should be in arm's reach. I mean, come on. No? Not even scissors? Oh, there it is. You know, a box cutter will do. Is streaming easier content? Yeah, it definitely is. You know, I don't have to worry about as much about how I put up the camera. I don't have to worry as much about, you know, any uploading because it's like immediately uploaded, right? And I also love doing it is because it's so nice to get like live feedback from you guys. All right, I'm cutting it now. I just don't show it because the YouTube terms and conditions won't allow me to show cutting anything. That's a lie. The other side just contains my address. Dude, you have several Yoo-hoo bottles. You should have a knife somewhere. Yeah, one of the funniest thing. The Uber bottles. Matt from Pressbook has become a member. Holy shit! Holy shit! Hang on, what? Did you do the Hang on. Did you do the inflated ego one? That means, did you do the more expensive one? Because I have two versions, and the inflated ego is... Whoa! Yo! Shit! Alright, holy shit, okay. Dang, I gotta upgrade now too. Oh my gosh! No, don't feel compelled to do that. I was just, you know, I thought about maybe I should explain the way that the inflated ego subscription works. Holy shit. Okay, one thing after another. Let's just open the box first. Holy shit, thank you so much. Alright, I gotta do some painting now and then, huh? I see. Holy shit, brother. Alright. I'll open... I feel someone got shocked. I am shocked. I didn't think that somebody would do the inflated ego one, because it is $5. No! People will... If this should get clipped, like, somehow, people will accuse me of, like, trying to reverse psychology you guys. Alright, if we're doing this much amount of face cam, by the way, I should maybe do it like this. God damn. Nobody upgraded to inflate of ego. That's so expensive though. Isn't it like $4 or $5 a month? I'll get some content on you like ASAP. Alright, where was I? I'm completely shocked. You guys have done it again. It's worth to see your mind get stuck. Yeah, because I am. I don't know what to say. I think I'll just open the box, then I'll explain how the upper things are going, and then like the memberships are going, and then we'll continue streaming. Nothing better than giving someone incentive. Yeah, holy shit. Okay. As Tion says, you were cutting a box. The box has been cut. I will pull that shit out. There's paper. Oh. Game Island will buy your miniatures. Advent Presser, you need to get him tripping like with the Saturnine Terminators. You are gonna get me to trip like that again. Holy shit. And here it is. Oh, is there anyone my address? No, I can flip it around however I want to. Great. Yeah. Okay. Guys, you are witnessing. It's a box. Yeah. You are witnessing YouTube history right now, as we are going to open. Let's do it this way. The first ever community bought and paid for miniature. The first ever community project for this stream. Let's have a look, shall we? Witness the box. Oh yeah. Oh damn, just don't make stomps as a grenade. Okay, there we go. More stuff. Another flyer telling us that they will buy our miniatures. I don't think so. It's so big! What? I didn't think it would be that big. Alright. There she is, boys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Our community project. I believe that would be good for Discord. Oh shit, yeah. I actually did I hoped that Inquisitor would show up, because I actually would be interested to now get into contact with him to set up a proper Discord. I think it also says in the membership that you get like access to a Discord if my members won't mind, as I now have all of my members present. Do you guys mind if we get the Discord open for people who also, like, who didn't pay for the membership? Because I feel kind of scummy for including that, but yeah. Oh yes? Okay. That's good. It's already 50%. Count me in. Bingo, that's already half the members. Technically speaking, 1/3. The more the merrier. Alrighty. Speaking of, would be better for posting? Oh yeah, a whole lot better. Oh my gosh! One thing already fell off. She fell off, boys. No. Include that in the rescue. Damn it. Wow, magnets? For real? What is that puny ass magnet gonna do with this big miniature? Maybe it's super strong, I wouldn't know. Alright. Let's go. Hell. Where's her head? What? Oh, she didn't have a head, right. I was like, no way. GW 2018. Minis should not be packed in bubble wrap. Not worthy. Oh no, this miniature definitely needs to be... What the fuck is going on? There's so much stuff missing. What? Hang on. So I think this is supposed... Gives almost no protection? Yeah, as we are just finding out. Alright, boys. Industra, the Celestial Spear, or whatever the previous owner has done to her. Holy shit, is this green stuff? Is this green stuff work? Perfect rescue? For sure. I hope that I will find Croc, the spear tip in the mail in a second, because it's actually like Croc Gas spear apparently. And I think it's just so funny to have like bits from all of these miniatures there. It's not the correct wings, are there? Brother, nothing on here is correct. It's like Industra on the head of like some sort of Triceratops dinosaur with demonic bat wings instead of her angel wings. A Slaneshi blade, or at least a Chaos blade for a weapon, but with a claw like that, I'm immediately thinking Slanesh. And there should again be Krogar's here somewhere. Oh, yes! Ha! 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 Something that I first thought to be a Necron weapon, but actually turns out to be Krogar's weapon. If you want, I will send you a few of my zombies. They are not worthy to stand against the Dwarven Kingdoms. What? What do you mean? Hang on. To paint as a community project? People have never heard about pinning and converting. That'd be cool and I'm unemployed. Oh, are you talking to Selton? Hang on, there's just so much going on. I'm actually lagging behind in stream messages. Dang, can we call another dump of our unwanted minis to Jan? Hell yeah, they're painted. Like when I started this channel, I hoped that I would sometime, you know, get to a place where people would trust me enough and that I had built up enough of reputation and goodwill that people would entrust like miniatures that they either couldn't paint or didn't want to paint, send them to me and I sent them back painted and get like a video out of it. And that's like my dream for this channel. Definitely. Okay, but back to Industria. Our first community project. Holy shit. Again, Stormcast Eternal Body, Dinosaur Head Base, with a shit ton of Agrax Earthshade on there, Bat Wings, a Slanesh blade in her offhand. I'll just, hang on, I'll show it like this for a second. Yeah. And fucking Krogar's spear on the other hand. And no head. No head, like the popular vine. No head. What is going on? I am so glad that Theinrich fucking saw this miniature on eBay. And I'm even more glad to finally have her now here. Thank you, Slow 2x2s, for putting up the money to buy this miniature. We're going to have a lot of fun here with that. I'm waiting to send you my item for 11 months now. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. Again, I haven't found out why the packages are not arriving at the station. Either I made an oopsie doopsie with the address on the package, or something is just currently not working out on DHL side. But I would tip on me being an idiot, so I'll hope to figure that out. Just hope you enjoy it and it helps you grow the channel. Guten Abend, said Spencer. Man, I will sure enjoy to paint this. And since you are here right now, I think it's the right time to ask you what we should do with the miniature once it's finished. Do you want me to send it to you once it's finished? So you can actually have the miniature that you paid for, which I think would be, you know, fair enough. Do we wanna have like some sort of like giveaway lottery going on, where I will just pick out, you know, from the people who are always in the stream, I will just jot down your names, run a lottery or something, and then whoever gets chosen gets the miniature? Or should I just keep it? That's also like, I think that's, you know, I want to have that as an option as well. Because who knows what I'm going to do with this. But I think it's actually, like, I'm personally most in favor of the lottery, but if you want to have it for sure, now is the time to tell me. You can also DM me if you want to. Yeah. I'm trying to do something as a giveaway too soon, but I'm waiting for miniatures. Brother, you have like 400 dwarves. Just give away one of them. I'm just joking. Yeah. I always wanted to do like a Christmas project like that, so I think that's would be like perfect for a Christmas themed, like not themed, but like a Christmas project, you know? Oh hell no, no. You can't part with a single one of those dwarven. The classic dwarven hoarding mentality kicks in. Tune says bye and he needs to go. Bye Tune. Have a great night. Have a great week and thank you for checking by. Hope to see you soon. Maybe I'll see you Saturday again when they will release, when we will talk through the new releases. Would be nice. I'll keep you updated in the community tab on YouTube on what my next step will be, the next date. See ya. So Tuba2 says, it's up to you. I don't need more minis, lol. I have too many. I mean, you paid for it, right? But okay, then I'll think about it as I paint it. That goes on to the book pointy ears. I actually did find my pointy ears from my lab characters again. That goes into the book. Community stuff should stay in Jan's small one-room apartment. Yeah. He takes dwarf showers in his bathroom. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Right, like we all buy minis because we need them. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, right? Holy shit. Okay, what a project. Finally unboxed as well. She's been sitting on my shelf for like almost a week now. Or like round about like 5 to 6 days or something like that. So I'm really glad to finally have unpacked her here. And her actually sitting on my desk right now. I think it's still kinda surreal, the circumstances of how we got to this point. But I'm really happy. And I'm really going to try to do something just insanely crazy with this. Panzer Kitsune says, I'm about to base coat my Stormhawk now, but the spray can from 8K Interactive has 2 nozzles? 2? One fine and one for heavy blast, but I don't understand which is which. Ooh. I mean, I guess the only thing I could recommend you there is get some cardboard and just try out the nozzles, you know? Spray one short blast on a bit of cardboard and then you see. But yeah. I have 20,000 points of Space Marines because I need them. 20,000 points, brother. Oh, nobody says it as well, okay. Looking forward to seeing what you do with it. Me too. Me too. This is going to be fun. Very cool. Thanks again for putting the money up and placing your trust in me with it. That's amazing. That's cool. And speaking of people putting their money into me and trusting me with it, I've been wondering why Nobody and Matt are now green in the chat, but now I remember, oh yeah, you guys have actually purchased a membership. And not only a membership, but you purchased the expensive membership as well. So, I just want to say, I wanted to make a video about that, how I would like to handle memberships. I think I'll do the face cam for a second. About how I handle memberships, because I'm already struggling to put out enough content for just regular YouTube. And I also don't want to, like, I'm not that fond of the idea of keeping stuff behind a paywall. So for now, the first project that I will probably completely edit and make a proper, like, long form video for will be this one. A completely different project. A dredge diorama. Like some sort of paper theater that I made for university. I documented the entire thing and I think it was quite interesting, so I thought, you know, why not? You know, did you get... My gosh, did you get censored for feet? The crowd demands only feed from you. If you install feed cam, I'll join the members too. Brother, why did you get censored, alright. I'm pretty sure I didn't, like, my settings don't censor feed. Joking, haha. Oh no, you brought it on yourself. Alright, I will definitely... You know, Valentine's Day is coming up in 4 months. I'll think of something for you. And what else? Oh yeah, and there will be also a proper miniature series on there as well, which I have completely filmed. It's like worth 12 videos at least. I don't want to do it on YouTube though, because the guy who commissioned me didn't pay me, and so I don't want to give him the satisfaction of seeing the process. You know, get wrecked. So I'll try to do all that. Might take some time. Now, and that's the reason why the regular one only costs like €1, right? Because I don't know if and how much I can actually offer, you know, next to the other as well. Owned, hell yeah. Money up front, yeah. So he didn't pay the last installment. I got like, I got paid alright, but he skimped out on the last €400, and it's a whole story why I didn't pursue and press him harder to pay before sending, so, you know, I don't want to unpack all that now. What I want to unpack are the $4.99 or like $3.99 that Matt and nobody are currently paying for their memberships, which is still insane. Holy shit, thank you again so much. So, the bonus you get with that, on top of the regular membership, is a portrait, a hand-painted portrait. I will actually fire up my a picture, a tablet to show you. Okay. Because you'll get a hand-painted digital portrait, probably in the size of a regular Dean A4 picture, you know. And that'll be featured on my channel, like wall, like on the banner, on the channel banner. Hang on. Dude, let's do it like this. All right, dude, play a game of Dawn of War with us. We're even then. All right, I mean, hey, with that money, oh, hang on. Whoops. I mean, now I can actually get that. Get that game. I do have also Warhammer Gladius, if you guys have that. I'd totally be down to play that as well. But yeah, in terms of the portrait, how that would look, either it would look a little bit like this, Glutus or Scollion. I painted this rascal literally yesterday. So you'll get something along these lines, hand painted from me, because I think, you know, that should be in there. Or, I'm not quite sure how exactly I'm going to do it. It also will depend on, you know, how inspired I'm feeling, you know, kinda, if you feel me. This would, of course, also be an idea. You know, face reveal of my brother right here. I painted this for him for Christmas. For his birthday, I think. So maybe that's the other way. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do it. The difference is also that this, I'm pretty sure, cost me like 11 hours to do or something. Okay, 10 hours. 9.5. So yeah, depending also on a little bit of how much time I have. Hell yeah, can we submit a commission? Oh yeah, I do need a picture of you. Best a selfie. And of course, how you want to look, right? I want it to be Warhammer oriented, so if you want to be a Space Marine, which chapter? If you want to be an Eldar, which colors? You know, do you have anything special that you want me to build in there? Just go crazy. I can't promise 100% what I'm going to do, but you know, how much I will actually set into motion there. But you know, this is as custom as it gets. And but maybe it'll only be like a bust like this. You made me thinking about that. Yeah. And yeah. So, and yes, of course. So the $4.99 membership, you don't have to, you know, I'll do the picture. And you can, of course, after 1 month, get back to the €1. That's completely fine. If I'm still not done with the picture, I'll still finish it and send it to you. That's completely fine. It's like a one-time purchase, and I want to make the, like, $5 that you pay me, like, worth it, right? So that's the whole deal with that. Anything else I need to mention before that? Oh yeah, and of course, I will, you know, so far, my my channel banner, if you guys remember, hang on, let me actually, I don't know what will be recommended for me, so let me quickly activate my face cam as I'm switching to my channel. Currently I do have this banner, and I'm really liking this picture, and I like how the colors interact with the rest of my page. I think it has always looked good. But I'm thinking of switching it out because it is not my art to put on there, and also I've never really done LARP content, like only one video or two. So I wanna change that out, and I wanna change it out for a version of a picture that I will need to look up. Where is it? Where is it? I think you can already imagine it's going to be the picture of the Emperor with his sons. Where is it? Okay, I need to actually look it up on Google. Emperor and sons. Alright, I'm lagging a bit. Hang on. Yes, there it is. Okay. Open picture. And there we go. So, what is this? This is not canon. But yeah, something along these lines. I thought I'd have to, of course, reimagine the thing a bit. I wanted it to be a bit brighter and stuff. But yeah, roughly that. Place me in the salamander place, and I'm happy. Oh yeah, you wanna be a salamander? I mean, sure. All right. What messages to emit? Why do I have a pic of me drinking energy drinks? Oh yeah, that's how you look. I'll post it on my community tab sometime soon, so if you want to change your profile picture, go right ahead, you have my blessing. And yeah, you can send me your... Oh, big fan, okay. You can send me your ideas, all of the things that you'd like to see on that picture via Instagram or via email. Or somewhere under any video in the comment section. I mean, maybe even now that you can, are you members? Can you like DM me or something? I'm not actually quite sure how, like, what crazy abilities you now have. But yeah, knock yourself out, and I'll be happy to oblige. That was a lot of talk about memberships and stuff. I'm sorry for everybody who, had to just sit through this, although they are not a member. I just wanted to make sure that I got everything right. I wanted to make a video about this whole thing, but when I recorded that, I was like, damn, I kind of don't feel like I can provide that much value, so I didn't want to raise attention to the memberships. So yeah. It's okay, I like to hear you talk. Oh, thank you, Durin. That's very nice of you to say. And also somewhere in here was the question if I released my audio drama. No, unfortunately not. The reason for that is mostly that I am afraid of getting DMCA'd by James. By James' workshop. That's why I currently have put that thing on ice, because it will be just so much work. But I will finish it nonetheless. I will finish it, and I will release it on YouTube once it is finished. But it has, unfortunately, fallen down on my ladder of priorities quite a lot. Nobody says perfect second monitor content, according to Josh Strife Hayes. According to Josh Strife Hayes? What do you mean by that? I mean, I know who that is, but... Did he mention me? Specifically? I don't think so. And nobody also asks, can I have you draw my D&D character in 40k style? Yeah, sure. It doesn't need to be a painting of you. You are now entitled to one hand-painted picture of anything that you would like. Almost anything. Warhammer related. And I'll do it. That doesn't have to be of you, it can also be your character, of course. Unlimited power! Yeah. Okay, any other questions that I have missed? Finally I found info on AK's website. Ah, bingo, okay. Nice, then you don't even need to do the test. Nice. Christ, that's a lot, but 400 is the last part? Yeah. It was a huge commission. It was very big. It took me like a year. Remember when I like... maybe you didn't know the channel back then. There was a time when like I moved here. Remember... actually... Remember the 6th of November. Where is it? There's like a small hint down here, right? So remember when I did these Hero Quest videos out of nowhere? That was part of that commission. I'm pretty sure that I can confidently say that I've painted every single Hero Quest miniature there is on the market, including DLC. And all of that was that big commission. But yeah. Again, the guy skimmed out on the last payment. Not completely without reason, but again, I don't want to unpack the entire story right now. It was just a mess all around. Go. Oh, hey. Oh yeah. I was also rather inexperienced back then on how to do commissions and stuff. So yeah. It was the perfect storm to deny someone money, I guess. I'm hobbying either way. Great. By the way, what are you currently doing, Duran? Got to ask. Need to play more to get him a better cam? Hang on, you need to pay more? No. I think my camera is quite alright, isn't it? I'm actually quite unsure about the quality of my camera. but you know, I'll upgrade after like 8k subs. That's how you get me to upgrade my camera. Because everything else I think would be vanity. Okay. Amazing. So much stuff discussed in one stream. Holy shit. Quality's fine. Keeps shutting off. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know why that is. You can get a better camera and make this one your feed cam. Durin spittin' fire. Alright. That'll be then a secondary stream that'll be only available for members next to this one. So you can have like a third monitor that will display that. I'm back, what did I miss? Oh, I will be setting up a feed cam. Might a dare you don't want. Might be a dare you don't want. Some people told me I have weird feet. I have very long toes, but if you're into that, you know, sure. Just watch the VOD. I mean that too, of course. Yeah. Well, I have to go. Glad I caught the stream today. Yeah, I'm very glad you're here too, because now we finally, I can finally get this project going. I'm very happy again. Thank you again so much to all of you. And yeah, I'll be most intrigued what this miniature will end up looking like once I'm done with her. That's going to be great. This ain't PG-13 anymore. Okay, I'll dial it back down. You can paint minis with your feet, that would be a gold mine. Okay, I'll stop now. Yeah, that'll be members exclusive content for sure. I wonder what your GF is thinking about the subs. They are crazy. Nah, she knows. She knows. It's locker room talk, right, guys? Very welcome. Can't wait to see what you do. I can't either. This is going to be very interesting. I'll get to that probably like right away to make sure it's ready for Christmas time. Likes for this dude, guys. He deserves it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also saw, by the way, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can like hype videos for free. I thought that would like cost maybe money or something, so I tested it out with a second channel. But no, you can just basically hype up videos. Like there's a new feature for that. And it puts it higher on like a second tier of videos. Like maybe the video then gets more recommendation, like recommended more or something. I haven't figured that one out. That is very new. But I've seen that, due to, you know, according to my analytics, 2 people have actually hyped up a video of mine last month. So yeah, whoever that was, thank you very much. All right, we're closing in. Ooh, I saw a emote floating there. Oh yeah, I gotta do now special stickers and emotes as well. Dang, finally a project for my animation class. We're closing in on 8 o'clock, unfortunately. It was very fun, this stream. Although we didn't get much done in terms of actual painting. But I want to make sure that my girlfriend has everything she needs when she comes back home. So once the timer hits 8 o'clock, I will probably have to end the stream. Ah, back to the precision brush, yeah. You mean reanimation class? No, that would be heresy. It's actually not animation class, it's a cartoon class, I think, how to translate it. It's Zeichentrick. Zeichentrick und Animation. But mostly Zeichentrick, so actually sketched animations, hand-drawn animations. A course that I haven't visited this semester so far, because the professor is using a different program than I am. And I've basically walked up to him and said like, hey man, everything you tell me, like, is cool and all, but I have to basically teach all of this myself now anyways, because I don't want to change the program, because the program I'm using is Procreate Dreams, and I've already, you know, paid for that. And the program he's using is Adobe Illustrator, I think, or Adobe Animate, I think. And yeah, that's a subscription, which is free for students, but it's going to cost an arm and a leg once I'm done studying, so why even bother with that? HRTMT Toxic says, Guten Abend, guten evening. Good evening. Good evening. First time I'm seeing you here. Don't seem toxic at all, if you don't mind me commenting that. Very polite. Cartoon and animations, bingo. I studied that on high school. Oh yeah, really? That's cool. Weird for reanimation to be heresy when they are reanimating the corpse every day with the souls of thousands of psychers. Damn. Hold your tongue on that. I don't even dare comment on what you just said. Bin das erste Mal hier? Nein, bin ich toxisch, nur toxisch. Null nur in COD. Okay, bingo. Alles klar. What brought you to the stream? Which unfortunately is ending in a bit, so if you like the next 10 minutes, then maybe I can recommend you following me or check me out on YouTube. But unfortunately I have to leave in a second. Take care of my girlfriend. In like 10 minutes. Try to be your end boss. Holy shit. I've sharpened my skills to trigger loyalists in my 20 years of the hobby. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have seen, like, I got a video recommendation today talking about how sportsmanship ruined Warhammer 40k. That was literally the title. Sportsmanship ruined tabletop wargaming, especially Warhammer 40k. And I was like, bruh, that sounds like a rage bait title. I actually wanted to watch that with you guys on stream, but it's 20 minutes, so I think I won't do that. Habe ich schon Followers da? Hab mir und meiner Kleinen eine AOS-Box geholt und wir fangen gerade einfach mal an. Wollten mal schauen, was du hier so machst. Holy shit, okay, thank you. Vielen Dank. Welche Box hast du dir geholt? Vielleicht habe ich ja ein Tutorial sogar schon ready für dich. Oder irgendwas Interessantes, was in die Richtung zumindest geht an Videos. It's actually eroding from the hobby. It's actually eroding from the hobby, really? I mean, I'm not playing that much. The only sportsmanship that I see on a regular basis is like the one that I have with my friends. And it only goes so far as to say like, hey man, like, that we say like, oh, okay, you're technically a hair's breadth short for the charge, but I'll give you the last like half a centimeter or something, the last millimeter. Or stuff like, hey, it sucks that in Warhammer Fantasy you have to take the Scroll of Banishment, lose like 30 points right away, so what if we just agree that none of us is going to take it? So stuff like that. Or like, hey, we don't want to do like OP shit. Like, I'm not taking a knight with me into every battle. Only a Baneblade. Die Starterbox für 70, also die mittlere. Oh, also die, okay. Ist das Stormcast gegen Nighthaunt or something? Ich kenne leider nicht so gut die generischen Starterboxen, deswegen weiß es nicht genau, welche das ist. Ich kenne nur hauptsächlich die Spearhead-Boxen. Stormcast gegen Skaven. Oh ja, natürlich. Wir sind ja in Skavenflöte. Alright. I mean, I've got a nice Skaven tutorial, Skaven video on my channel. Stormcast, unfortunately, I don't have too much of. Definitely need to take care of that, because I do have some amazing ideas for my Stormcast, but next to the amazing paint jobs, I also want to do like amazing cinematography with those guys, which is why it's just an insane time filming those videos. It's weird having him talk like talk in German, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of weird for me to switch back and forth as well, but I'm actually amazed how almost seamlessly I managed to pull it off, which I think also just, you know, goes to show how hyped I am for this stream. So again, if anything, I should be thanking you guys. Wie ist denn dein YouTube? Genau wie Twitch. Mal kurz. Gib mal einen Link. Kann ich den Link schicken? Das ist ein cooles Video. Das ist ein cooles Video. Meiner Meinung nach. Dann hau ich da auch mal ein Follow raus. Dankeschön, vielen Dank. Oh, you don't believe how motivating it is to see the number go up ever so slightly. I actually just lost a couple of followers today. Devastating. Oh, hang on. I actually accidentally closed the chat window for YouTube. First buy more minis, then paint more minis. Warhammer sport in my community is buy more minis, paint more minis. I mean, that's the right way to go about it, right? Lots of games I see are very cutthroat. Not every game and player is like that, but it's becoming the norm. It's cutthroat, okay. Dude, if you could revive the Emperor's text-to-speech, that would be insane. I think that's unfortunately, like, I think it's crazy how I'm like legitimately stopping some of my video ideas for that include like animation and like narration like proper narration and voice acting and everything. Like all of my bigger projects. Just because Games Workshop is going so crazy with their DMCAs. And the crazy thing is that apparently, like as far as I have followed it, they don't actually need to properly notify you that you've been served, like that you've been sued, for the suit to still be lawful. And like a lot of people have actually only very recently found out that they've actually been sued by Games Workshop because it's just such a broad wave of lawsuits. And like thinking about a multiverse where I'm being sued by Games Workshop and them not telling me and it's still being lawful, that actually like is quite a scary prospect. Last question for me, when Discord? When Discord? Alright. I'll look more into it. I'll try to set one up, sure. Yeah, quickly. Vibe just subscribed? Oh, holy shit, is that you? Thank you. Bingo, nice. Again, a great stream. Thank you to all of you. Schau es mir nachher auch direkt mal an. Hast ja auch ein Skaven-Video. Oh yeah. Ich hoffe, es gefällt dir. Immer schwer einzuschätzen. Oh shit, my light just turned off. If that's not a prophecy, then I don't know what is. Hang on. I'll put the cable in. Okay. I'll try to, Dankeschön, vielen Dank. I'll try to set up the Discord as quickly as I can. That just reminds me that I also forgot to write an email that I wanted to write yesterday for university. Shit. I need to do this right after this is done. Otherwise I'll forget again. Yeah. It's funny I can't subscribe with PayPal on YouTube, but need credit card for super chats. Yeah. I actually recently found out, so I don't have a credit card. So every time I wanted to send a super chat as a kid, I had to ask my mom. I'm actually surprised in retrospect that she was fine with that. I didn't send like crazy amounts, but still, you know. And when I last checked if I could send a super chat, her credit card was actually still logged in. So yeah, I immediately stopped that because it kind of felt scary. Need to leave now. Skype with the parents. Bless to all of you. Oh yeah. You know, best regards. Have a nice evening. And I actually have to cut it short right after being like getting the skin tone done. Alright, thank you so much for becoming a member, nobody. And you, of course, as well too, Matt. Oh, holy shit. Bist du schon da? Oh? Warum so früh? Oh god, okay. My girlfriend actually just arrived, which is why I'm cutting just this short right now. Have a good one, mate. Nice evening. What about? Alright guys, I'm keeping this outro very short. Thank you so much for everybody who participated, followed, became a member, everything. Thank you, and have a very, very nice night. Bye bye. Schönen Abend noch.